So when I see Ryuga in Beyblade, I think of two things. Dude is absolutely insane, and he's one of the best bladers in the series. He's always on demon mode, and next to Tsubasa, he's probably the most nonchalant character in the entire series. That being said, my guy is an absolute fucking unit. I am not even exaggerating, Ryuga is the pure definition of a one-man army. It didn't matter who pulled up on Ryuga, he fucked almost every single one of them up. Let's just take a look at who Ryuga went up against, and who he beat, and also who he lost to. He went up against Ryo, which is Jinga's dad if you don't know. If you're wondering how that battle ended, Ryuga whooped his ass. So much so to the point that Jinga thought his fucking dad died. By the way, this was Jinga when his dad died. So who does Ryuga take on next? If you guessed Jinka, you were right. And what happens with Jinka? He whoops his ass, that's what happens. Next he goes up against the Dark Nebula Bladers, but you already know who won that one. Next he goes up against Yu, but it doesn't really matter because Yu was extremely impressed when Ryuga beat him. Next he goes up against Captain Capri and Ryotaro at the same time. I don't even know why these dudes challenge Ryuga, he's just gonna end up beating them either way. Next he goes up against Hikaru, and yes he beats her, but I don't know if you guys remember, he puts her in the hospital. He puts Hikaru into the hospital. That is fucking bananas. Next he goes up against Tsubasa, and yes he beats him, but it was probably one of the most entertaining battles I've ever watched in the Beyblade series. Next up, he goes up against Kyoya. Now, this to me is probably the saddest battle I've ever witnessed in Beyblade. And the reason why it's so sad is because I wanted Kyoya to win. Shit, everyone wanted Kyoya to win. You know, every time I go back and rewatch this battle between these two, I get sad because it feels like Kyoya was supposed to win, but he loses because of plot armor. But I mean, it's understandable. Ryuga was the guy to beat in Metal Fusion, so until then, it was pretty much just try and take his spot. Next, he goes up against Jinka, and Jinka actually beats him. And I'm not trying to sound like a fanboy in any way, shape, or form, but the only reason Jinga beats Ryuga is because of the power of friendship, which is perfectly fine. I have no problems with it. The power of friendship always prevails in anime. So in total, Ryuga had 10 battles in the Beyblade Metal Fusion series. He won 9 out of those 10 battles. That is a 90% win rate. In comparison, Jinga had an 84% win rate, but to be fair, Jinga did go up against 20 people. It's safe to say Ryuga is pretty damn good. Do not forget to like and subscribe.